literally prostitution. The Quran speak about prostitution and say the following. I want you to read with me in the screen. I don't say things without proof. If you are following me for a while now, you should know that.
Yeah,
okay.
I am.
This is a chapter 24 and verse number 33. It says it clearly. Force not your girls, your maid, and those are slaves girls. So notice here the prostitution have a condition. If you have a slave girl, you can use her for prostitution, but this is not for the free women. So, but force not your maids to prostitution when they desire chastity. So what is the condition? If they desire chastity, don't force them. If they don't, it's okay. All right.
Sure.
And not only that, if you force them and they don't desire chastity, Allah is all merciful. There's no punishment for a Muslim do prostitution as long as he is using his slaves. If you use a free woman, a free white woman for slavery of sex, then you will be punished. This is adultery.
Okay.
But if you use a slave woman for prostitution, this is halal.
Oh well.
Actually,
you see, this is what they've been covering, and whenever I've asked questions about all these issues, they're like, no, don't worry, and it's all for the sake of Allah, and it's all for the sake of for the belief. And I'm like, okay, be more clear about it.
There's a hadith about Aisha herself. She used to hunt men by sending a slave girl. It says Aisha شوفت جارية وطافت بها وقالت لعلنا نصطاد بها شبابا من قريش. So Aisha, she decorated, which means she put the makeup on a slave girl, and she said, and she ordered her to go around, so the young men of Quraysh, they will follow her, and she said, let us send her between them. Maybe we can hunt some men from Quraysh. So this is very normal behavior Muslims they used to do. And all the Muslims agree that Muhammad himself, he have many slaves and he sleep with them.
Okay.
But the Quran confirmed literally that you can do prostitution as long you are not forcing them. And if you force them, Allah is all forgiving or merciful. If we go right now and we see the interpretation for this verse.
Sorry, CP. We're always hearing about if our law, if Sharia law is implemented, then it will automatically ban prostitution, it will ban alcohol and all those bad vices of life. So how can on the one hand our imams say that they're going to ban prostitution, on the other hand it's halal?
Well, what Islam does, prostitution is not allowed if you're not doing it according to the Islamic rules. As an example, the Muslims, I'm understanding from your accent that you live in England, right?
I don't want to say, mate.
Okay, no problem. So they do what is called zawaj urfi. Zawaj urfi is not a really marriage. You go and supposedly you speak with a person who is supposedly a sheikh, and you say she is my wife, and you write a paper. He said, okay, your wife, go sleep together. But this marriage is not accepted, and it is practiced very wide between Muslim Sunni. If you have my book, which is called Sex and Allah, you will find how many type of marriage the Muslims they call marriage, but the fact it's nothing but a pure prostitution. As an example, there's something that's called zawaj friend, which means I have a friend, I want to have sex with her. What I would do, I marry her, but she is not my wife, which means she is my wife legally, but is not the purpose to marry her. The purpose is we sleep together in the hotel every, let us say, a Thursday night. We don't live together. The purpose is sex. She is horny and I am horny. And what we will do now, okay, we go and we do zawaj friend, which mean they took it, actually they call it zawaj friend from the word girlfriend. So what the Muslim they change is girlfriend with zawaj. So she is a girlfriend to sleep with her, but yet she is a wife supposedly. There is something is called the travel marriage. You are going to go and you will be in different country, and you cannot carry your wife with you for some reason. Maybe she is too heavy. So now what you will do, Quran, Islam allow you that you can hire a woman to be your wife temporarily during the time you are traveling. This way supposedly will prevent you from doing sin. So you go to a woman, you say to her, I want to sleep with you, But you know, I'm going to stay here for 6 months. Do you have a problem with that? She said,
True.
no, that's it. You do what they call marriage. So what the Muslims they do, all their marriages is not really marriages, it is a pure prostitution.
True. And also, mate, this like inherited inequality between the man and the woman. I mean, in other words, what I'm saying is that how come only a man is illegally allowed to go and do these type of marriages? Can a woman do it from her side as well? This is what it gets me.
Well, you see, both sides, Shia and Sunni, they try to defend their honor, and they try to fight over saying we are more honorable than you. But both of them, they do the amazing stupid thing. As an example, you know, if a woman she don't to have sex with her slave. Actually, there's a story of Muhammad where he heard that a Muslim woman, because you know the Quran says it's lawful for you, your wives, and your right hand possess. But Muhammad did not mention the word male or female in the verse. So Muslim women, she decide, okay, as long the verse saying you can have sex with your right hand possess, will she have slave?
Okay.
So she decided to have sex with him. When Muhammad he heard that, he ordered her to be brought, and he punished her by death. Why? Some they say by death, some they say that he lashed her, I don't know how many times, but
Yeah.
but here you see the hypocrisy of Muhammad. Why the Muslim man he can sleep with his slave female, but a Muslim woman she cannot sleep with her slave male?
Exactly.
Same time, if you read it, chapter 4 verse number 3, you will see Muhammad promoting something very evil. I don't know if you can read with me on the screen. It says,
Yeah,
and
I can.
if you fear you shall not be able to deal justly with the orphans, then go and do F2 and 3 and 4. So Muhammad is encouraging the Muslims to have sexual relationship with orphans. What kind of a prophet? He considered that it is a charity, it's a good deed to do sleep with orphan. And you know, when I say an orphan, and I'm sure your English is better than mine, I mean a child who his parents are dead, correct?
Correct, exactly.
Not
Oh,
an,
I
not,
mean, yeah,
not an
correct.
adult, not an adult. If somebody in my age and your age and he have no
Correct.
parents left, that does not make him orphan, correct?
Correct.
So how we can have sex with orphans?
Is this valid? Is this like a sahih?
This is Quran. This is Quran, my friend.